Hello, so today's lesson is about statistics. We'll explain a little bit more in a moment, but we can start with calculating the area and perimeter of these four shapes. So you can obviously pause while you're working on them. We'll come back and mark them in a moment. Okay, so let's have a look at the answers. So just mark your own. So statistics of a list, all we mean really by that is we're going to calculate all three averages, the mean, median and mode, and the range from a list of numbers. So just some explanations of what they mean, those three things: mean, median, mode and range. We just copy those down. If you need a bit more time, obviously you can just pause. Okay, so side heading examples. Let's have a look at how we do these. So our mean, what we're going to do is add those numbers up. So we're going to get our calculator out. Got 8 plus 8 plus 6 plus 9 plus 14 is 45. And then we're going to say, well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers here. So 45 divided by 5 is 9. So I know I've got a mean of 9. So the median and mode for both of these, we need to write the list out again in ascending order. So going from the smallest to the biggest. So we've got 6, 8, another 8, 9, and 14. So our median is our middle number. So there we go, there's our middle number. So our median is 8. You can see there's 2 8s and there's only one of everything else. So our most popular, or our mode, is 8 as well. And then for range, we find our biggest one, which is going to be our last number, our smallest number, which is going to be our first number, and we say 14 minus 6, which is 8. So we've got a range of 8 as well. Okay, so let's look at the next example. Okay, so I'm going to add these up. Get my calculator out. 9 plus 3 plus 4 plus 7 plus 11 plus 14 equals 48. I'm going to divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 48 divided by 6. You could use your calculator, but I just know that that is 8. So my mean is 8. So for our median and mode, we're going to write them out in order. So I've got 3, 4, 7, 9, 11, and 14. Okay, so we find the middle. So we see, being as we've got a even number, there's not a middle number, but there are these two here, 7 and 9, are the middle two numbers. So for the median, we add those up and divide by 2. So our median is also 8. So our mode, if we look at the list again, we can see that there are no numbers that are repeated. So if there's no mode, we just say there's no mode. And then our range, look at our largest number, take away our smallest number. That's going to give us a range of 11. Okay, let's have a look at another example. So, do the same thing again. We've got 4 plus 4. No, we haven't. We've got 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 1 plus 13. So we've got a total of 30 there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to divide by 6. So that is 5. So my mean is 5. So our next job again, write it out in order so I can see I've got 1 and 3. Got 2 4s, 5 and 13. So my median, I've got 6 numbers again, so we haven't got a middle number, we've got 2 middle numbers, but luckily for us they're the same, so it just tells us that the median is 4. We can see there's 2 4s, there's only one of everything else, so our mode is also 4. And then our biggest number, take away our smallest number. So we know we've got a range of 12. Let's look at our last example now. So same thing again. Just add them up. So I've got 5 plus 8 plus 9 plus 4 plus 1 plus 2 plus 6. Got a total of 35 here. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. So 35 divided by 7 is 5. So I've got a mean of 5. I'm going to write them out in order now. So I've got a 1, 2, 4, 5 and 6, and 8 and 9. Okay, so because I've got 7 numbers, they must have a middle one, and you can see that is the middle. So our median is 5 as well. There's no mode again. And we've got a range of 9, take away 1 is 8. So our range is 8. Okay, so side heading, main task. So here's our main task. So just finding the mean, median, mode, and range for each of those. The next slide is going to be a challenge question as well. So obviously pause wherever you need to, and then we'll come back and have a look at the answers. Welcome back. Let's have a look at the answers. So here's our answers for the main task. So mark these, obviously pause if you need to. And then we'll have a look at the answers for the challenge question. Okay, so once you've marked those, we are going to have a look at our checking question. So side heading checking question.